Welcome to the Union Labor Advisory Network podcast, where our mission is to support, educate, and promote informative content relative to the union labor community. For more information, a calendar of events, and union news and updates, you can visit our website, ulanetwork.com, and follow us on all social media platforms by searching ULA Network and/or the Union Labor Advisory Network. And now, on to the show.
Hello friends and welcome to the Union Labor Advisory Network. I'm Mike Fina. Today I'm extremely proud and privileged to sit with somebody from the Association of Steamfitters Local 638, Julio Reinoso. I said it correctly?
Yes.
Perfect, thank you very much. To sit down with us today, here tonight at the Long Island Federation of Labor's annual event. Julio, thank you very much for sitting down with us today. Can you tell us a little bit more about your background, history, and experience and how you got affiliated with the Local 638?
Okay, well, I was born in Manhattan and I grew up in Queens in a NYCHA housing. And there, when we were growing up, everyone knew if you got a union job that you would be better off. So every time there was an application or apprenticeship program that was open, we lined up for days to sign up. And it was no different than the Enterprise Association of Steamfitters. I signed up, I lined up, I waited, and it took a few months, but luckily I was called to come in to take an exam. I took the exam. Then after that I was called in again. But it took a while. It was actually many years later. And I came in, I started the apprenticeship. And I was very fortunate. Not everyone gets accepted in. And I took that as a sign that I have to do the best I can and make sure that I am the best I could be. So I did very well in the apprenticeship. I actually graduated the second in my class. And from there, people knew who I was because they knew that I worked hard. So I was very fortunate to work amongst the best mechanics. And they taught me even more than the apprenticeship because most of the education we get is in the field and we learn from each other. So the mechanics that had the skills would pass them on to me and I would do the same. When I get those skills, I would teach other apprentices afterwards. So I did very well for myself. I was able to move out of the NYCHA housing and move very close by because my mother still lived in NYCHA. So I stayed close to her, which was a benefit to me because I would take classes at night because the union does provide continuing education for mechanics. So I was only 5 minutes away from the training center, and I took full advantage of that, which I recommend everyone does. From there, I had about a decade in the field working as a mechanic, and an opportunity presented itself to me as an organizer for this association. I did not know if I was going to be accepted for the job. It was a long shot, basically, but I was pushed by a few friends and coworkers to put in my resume. So I did. I love this union. It changed my life and also the life of my family. It really helped me help my family rise out of poverty, which was the NYCHA housing. So I said, if I get this opportunity, I'm going to bring it to as many people as possible. So I did that.
It's incredible. And you are inspiring others, and you look at what a really great union job career opportunity can be that inspires others. And that's really reason for the Union Labor Advisory Network is to meet people like yourself, understand your story and how you came from point A to point B, and how a union career could actually provide that opportunity for you. Can you tell us about what you may, when you're out there organizing and meeting with non-union workers, so what some of the benefits are, in joining the union?
Yeah, there's two parts to that. The one part is meeting workers in the field. So I go out and I look for workers that are doing the work within our jurisdiction. So they're doing the HVAC, the sprinkler, the service, and we speak to them and see where they are in their career. We let them know, we educate them about the union and the benefits that can bring them and their families. We let them know that there's opportunities available, and if they're interested, that they could reach out to us. So we give them contact information, and many times they already know about the unions. They don't know all the benefits, but that's my job to educate them on what's available to them. During that time, we sometimes find some workers that are being mistreated or misclassified on jobs that should be classified as the work that they're doing, and it brings up some problems. So we have to bring in lawyers that are involved with our union to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do. Some of these individuals are dealing with wage theft, healthcare theft, or misclassification on prevailing wage jobs. We have to change that, make sure that they get paid what they're supposed to get paid. Many of the workers are surprised that even though they're not in the union, that the union works so hard to make sure that they get paid what they're supposed to get paid. They're very interested in knowing how the union operates after that, because we not only care about union members, we care about the entire workforce, because we are all workers. And at one time, no one is born into a union. You join a union. And we want all these members that are doing this work, all the workers that are out there doing the same work, to join the union so they can all benefit. Because together, we have power. And individually, they're on their own. So when they see that we're out there to help them, they really want to know more about the union.
That's great. Julio, could you tell me a little bit more about the career opportunities within your union?
Well, for members of the union, there's a continuing education, and we have a state-of-the-art training center that our mechanics can sign up and take classes for. There's always new technology, and we want to stay on the cutting edge of that technology so that we could be the best workforce out there. We have new systems that are coming into play, and we have the manufacturers coming in to teach us the ins and outs of their system so we could be the best. The best part about being an organizer is that I get to offer this to non-union workers and say, you want to be the best in your career? Well, we can teach you, and it doesn't cost you anything, because every union worker pays a small amount to get the education and training center up and running. So it doesn't cost them out of pocket. Some of these programs are $10,000 to $15,000 if you go outside of the union to get these certificates. And in our union, you get them without any out-of-pocket costs.
So it's, I mean, for contractors hiring union members, they are the best, well-trained members out there to be able to facilitate the work and jobs.
Yes, that's what we promise our contractors, that we have a workforce ready to work that is the highest skilled. So we promise to the contractors that are signed with us that whenever they need a specific person to do a job, we will be able to fill that role. And we have been successful doing that.
That's great. And you know, just working within labor for the past 16 plus years and watching all different building trade organizations and public sector unions work on for the better benefit of their members, and looking for, you know, larger career and opportunities for employment. It just inspires me. And again, I can't thank you enough for sitting down with me today, learn a little bit more about your career and opportunities and how you're promoting the trades. I want to thank you for all your time, and look forward to talking to you and working with you in the future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of the Union Labor Advisory Network. To stay in the loop, we ask that you please visit our website, ulanetwork.com, and sign up for our newsletter, where we're sending updates relative to the union labor community directly to your inbox. Thank you for supporting labor, and we'll see you next time.